Good afternoon, Neil Betts here again from Go True North, back at the Press Coffee and Bookshop, having a chat with Mehrdad. So I'll just get you to introduce yourself, Mehrdad, and then we'll get into the topic of harnessing the power of CRM data and AI for small businesses. So do you just want to have a brief introduction of who you are and what you do?
Sure. No, well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome.
You did really well. My name is Mehrdad. I blame my parent for it. A hard one. Well, my background is really in lead generation. I used to work in Far East in China and was helping companies like Apple and like products like that to introduce their products to Chinese market using Chinese social media. That was my introduction to lead generation and kind of social media, or Chinese social media at the time. But then I started my own company. Again, it was a lead generation company working for two British brands at the time. And then our business was really reliant on those two big customers, and then smaller customers couldn't really handle the amount of leads we would generate for them. So we had to think of a way to make it easy for them, and that was creating a CRM or a marketing automation to kind of handle a bit of the heavy lifting, and then kind of make it easy for them, and then give them the last bit.
So when we're talking CRM, what is a CRM for everyone if they're not familiar with the term?
So customer relationship management, and as we know, business happens when you have a relationship with something, or even you relate yourself to a brand or with someone. And that's the only time a transaction can happen. So CRM will really help you to streamline that in so many ways. If you would ask me these questions 5 years ago, my answer would be so different in how many ways. But yeah, well, that is really what CRM stands for.
So when we're talking about the topic really around small business. So I'm a small business and I want to use some tools to help me build these relationships. And we're talking about a CRM. We're talking really about trying to build that relationship with the customer, break down trust walls, and try and get to a lead to an actual sale and build some loyalty. What are the best ways for a small business to do that today?
So for somebody to commit or to do a purchase, what they say, it usually takes 7 to 13 touch points before they actually are ready to reach their wallet or commit to a contract that you're offering. And then CRM makes that those touch points kind of available to you as a small business owner, because you probably don't have a team that can treat every lead, put all this effort in the touch points that you want to offer to your customers. So CRM will just help you automate part of that. And also, it just helps them, and when they turn to customers, if you're not done with them, it's actually the beginning of a relationship, it's not the end of it. CRM will cover that as well. What it really does, it lets you play the business game on easy mode, so to speak. Meaning, if somebody, you can't remember all your customers' birthday, let's say, you possibly can't, but CRM can, and then you can send them a happy birthday message from your brand, from your company. Even they know it's automated, it's going to be really highly appreciated. And those little touch points can really help to turn somebody from a customer to an advocate that can really go out there and do your marketing. And that is really when you can scale your business. So CRM just helps you really scale your business.
I think you're right. Like a small business owner myself, I'm doing the sales and marketing, I'm doing the planning, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the finances. You know, your time is limited, and if there's tools that can help you be more efficient, then it's certainly the way to go.
100%,
So obviously, there's a lot of buzz around AI at the moment, and AI has obviously come leaps and bounds, particularly around ChatGPT being released in the public domain. What are some of the practical ways small businesses can leverage AI then? Does this tie in with CRMs in some way?
Yeah, CRMs, they have been using artificial intelligence for a long time, or since the beginning. What is very different now is with the introduction of ChatGPT, is the language capabilities of AI that can communicate, I mean, like human language, so to speak. And that is exactly where we can, as small business owners, kind of harness that power and then kind of help. It can help us really to engage with our customers. It's not going to just kind of do the job for us, but again, it's just going to make it super easy. So if you said practical, so I have to go really kind of deep in what we do, for example. So every business usually you can you offer more than one service, or there are other services related to the main service that you offer, and then the AI can help you cross-sell. Meaning, for example, like with us, if somebody buys a subscription from us, very specific subscription, then we know AI will just help us, the language model, to just communicate our other services that might help them. And if they are interested in that service, or they might have objections, so AI can just handle all those objections, be available to them 24/7 really to respond to them. And then when they are ready, they can talk to us. So it's just going to fill really those little gaps before we are in touch with the customers. And like we've done surveys, and people really don't care if they're talking to an AI or a person, as long as they can get the answer accurately and quickly, they don't mind.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, that's factual then, isn't it? If you've done a survey around that.
100%, yes.
And I guess the thing is, the AI is available 24/7.
Yeah.
So people can do it in their own time when they want.
Exactly. It doesn't get hangover. No, it doesn't go. Yeah.
And I guess, when you're building a CRM, I've got one myself. It just happens to be yours, which I recently took. Yeah, which I recently took on. But when you have a CRM, you're collecting a lot of data around your customer, and you have a lot of other data within your business, and often people overlook that data. It's just there. They don't really use that data as a tool. So what are the simple ways small businesses can actually use data?
Yeah, the data side of things, because you mentioned, like, as a small business, you're probably not getting like flooded under thousands and thousands and thousands of contacts that they're coming in. Really, a practical way for us, what we do is, because AI just help us segment those, like the contacts that are coming, either they're customers or lead in the pipeline, wherever they are in the journey. What we do, we just look at where our best customers, what journey they have until they become our best customer, and then we just emphasize on those. Like, you say, okay, they have seen a like ad from us, or they've seen a social post, then they click, they came to our website, they spend about like this much minute on our website, then they click on the chat, they ask few questions, and they became customers, and then happy customers. Then they started like telling others, and they brought more results.
So you're also kind of mapping that customer journey, if you like, into your service.
Exactly, and that is really, really powerful, because if we see, for example, our majority of our best customers are coming from, let's say, an ad that we put on Facebook, then you know where your money should go, where your investment should go. That's when marketing becomes a real investment, not just kind of an expense.
Yep.
Then you know the best sources that your best customers are coming from, and CRM, of course.
So it's very, very powerful today. So what are some of the errors that small businesses make in the context of a CRM? What is the right way to start, I reckon, is the answer I'm asking. We talked to Tim in the context of IT earlier in one of the interviews, and Tim was sort of saying, in terms of IT infrastructure, it's right to get it right at the beginning, so that your journey scales with you, and you've got all the infrastructure you need to go, whether it's cloud and SaaS, whatever that is. Make sure you build to grow. Is that the same with the CRM, I guess, is the question?
Yes, very similar. It's kind of if you don't go with if you don't have a goal in mind, and then you just subscribe to try CRM, you're just going to get overwhelmed, and you're going to give up straight away, because it can get technical at times, and you find yourself that working on your CRM more than your business sometimes, which is not what we want. So just knowledge is power here, really, to see what sort of relation you want to build with your customers, via what channels. Have that one mapped out, and then find the best solution, like on the market, and then one step at a time, because it can get overwhelming, especially for small businesses with smaller teams. map it out, just break it down, and one step at a time. If you want to conquer the world, is all right, but let's say like one step at a time.
Okay, yeah, well, it's really hard though, isn't it? You know, we talked to Sophie as well around marketing and knowing which channels to go, and
Yeah.
she talked about making sure you find the right channels that work to you for you. And I guess what you're saying is AI can help you in that, in terms of looking at those customer journeys and finding the ones that work for your particular product and service. What are the other AI tools and technologies that small businesses should consider? You know, if you're starting up today to stay competitive, to get that competitive edge.
Um, yeah, there's like a lot happening in the world of AI, and what I say now might not be applicable like
When the video's produced.
exactly. So we were talking earlier about Search GPT, that it's just gonna change the SEO world kind of forever, because it's gonna have a completely different algorithm to how Google rank you, and with the number of like users they have, they're gonna have a big share in that. So they're big enough to be considered for no matter what size the business is. Just kind of a correction, kind of reset for a lot of small businesses, and just gives us a chance and edge to. It's our time, like to kind of be what those people who were trying 10 years ago to be in the first page of the Google. This is kind of that time. But to one of the biggest advantages of AI is just this analytics kind of power, that it can just analyze things a million times faster than us, and um, tools that kind of help you with that, with analyzing data, and then give you kind of very simple feedback and kind of insightful yet very practical that you can do. Those tools are powerful. One of the tools that we're currently working on is called SWAI, and what it does is just find information about your business online, find your tonality, find your ideal customer profile based on how you speak to your customers and your customers' feedback. And then it just gives you kind of bite-size, actionable kind of steps to just go and improve your marketing and advertising campaign.